There is a breaking news. The United Nations has once again disgraced Nigeria. When you look at the statement Shetima made on Israel and Palestine, it was a sign that Nigeria does not respect human rights. If you look at the actions of Nigeria on the agitators and other people that are asking, protesters, you know that the country called Nigeria does not respect human rights. Now, Nigeria has been disgraced. Tinubu and Shetima got only 3 votes in the United Nations election because it was seeking to join the United Nations Human Rights Council. They only got 3 votes. Remember, Nigeria was part of the United Nations General Council before. That was 2020 until their tenure expired. Ever since, they have tried as much as they can to lobby to be part of the Human Rights Council. Now, the world powers, they are telling Nigeria and the government of Nigeria that you people don't know what it means to respect the rights of people, the rights to freedom, the rights to speech, the rights to association, the right to determination. Then we are not going to allow you into the United Nations Human Rights Council. This is a rejection and it's a disgrace. Today is not the day to discuss whether Nigeria will last long, because on all fronts, Nigeria is losing its credibility. Nigeria is losing its credibility. And I can tell you for sure that with what is happening, with the lobby that non-state actors are doing, with the protests that people are doing at the International Summit, United Nations General Assembly, the Oduduwa, the Biafra and everybody, with all these things they are doing, it will further tell on the Nigerian state. And Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. Let me tell you, if you don't understand world politics, they call it geopolitics. Geopolitics, the global politics. There's a global politics, there's a local politics. What you are playing in Nigeria, fuel this, fuel that, this, that, borrow this, borrow that, economy, dollar this, dollar that, that is local politics. There's what they call geopolitics. And geopolitics is one of the reasons why Nigeria would not be voted. They got only 3 votes. Imagine. Countries like Ghana, Burundi, Malawi got Ghana got 179 votes, Burundi got 168 votes, and Malawi got 182 votes. Even Cote d'Ivoire got 181 votes, but Nigeria got only 3 votes. Don't you see the handwriting on the wall? Nigeria got only 3 votes at the United Nations General Assembly, the supposed giant of Africa. It tells a lot of things that Nigeria does not respect fundamental human rights. What Simon Ekpa, what Nnamdikanu, what other agitators are doing, it is paying off. Because all these protests you see happening all over the world, you think it's just for play. There is what we call geopolitics, and when you play geopolitics, it pays in the long run. It will be easier for you to now ask for an independent state from the United Nations. So it is now the United Nations that will now call Nigeria to respect the rights of the people without even firing a gun. One of the reasons you see this lobbying is very, very much important when it comes to geopolitics, global politics. And let me tell you, I repeat again, Tinubu might be the last president Nigeria may have. Because as it is playing, the world is mapping out 6 regions. 6 regions that is going to come out from the entrapment, this mere geographical expression called Nigeria. 6 regions. And it is the world powers that are going to determine these 6 regions. I'm very happy that we have found out that there's a plan to disintegrate the country, and it is inevitable. Anyone you see that becomes president, any APC president is a stooge of powers, international powers. Jonathan made a report or said something. He said that it was the United States that won the election for Buhari. When some of us sit down in our little space, we think the world revolves around our parlor or our local government, or your state. You don't know that the world revolves beyond that. If Israel decides to make an attempt on Nigeria, wage a war with Nigeria, they don't need to leave Israel. They need to just send missiles into Nigeria. And every of your Owambe party, every of your Odogo house, every of your rubbish you say up and down will be destroyed within minutes or hours. If you are to play world politics, nations can wipe out nations within a twinkle of an eye. So you need to understand that there's more to what you do locally than what is being determined of you internationally. Every APC president you see is a stooge of an international body or international powers. The Scramble for Africa, if you read that book, if you read that piece, The Scramble for Africa, you see that the people, the colonial powers are still in charge of Africa. They call the shots in Africa. Look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso president, they attempt to kill him. He has escaped assassination more than 6 times just this year because he decided to play geopolitics and remove itself from the powers that be, the French and United Kingdom. It associated himself. He removed them from his country. Now the country is getting to another unprecedented economic level that nobody can fathom. That means the powers that determine the future of Africa were there until these guys opened his eyes and decided not to be part of that colonialism, neo-colonialism. You might be surprised why we have to go to Chatham House. We have to travel out of the country to meet with some particular persons before we become president. The last time we had a presidential campaign, almost all the candidates went to Chatham House. It seemed as if it was a ritual. You must go to Chatham House before you become president. So there are geopolitical powers that are controlling the affairs, especially in Nigeria. There's an allegation that our president is an asset for these powers. You see, they push this thing at the courts, his case file at the court, almost getting to a reasonable conclusion that he peddled drug in the United States, that he was convicted of this, he forfeited his property and everything, all those allegations. The FBI refused to reveal the files. They refused to reveal the files. They revealed the one that they wanted to reveal to people. And that files will be one of the reasons why they may be controlling the president. I tell you, this is a dollarized economy. We are not going to get out of it soon. Nothing is going to change. We are going to heed to the dictates of the World Bank. The World Bank is going to put us in bondage because we have people, leaders that have stain, that are culprits, that are criminals, that the West will use against them to control the economy, the political economy of our country. So this plan is also extended to the fact that 6 geopolitical zones are going to come out of the country called Nigeria. Mark this broadcast. I might look like somebody who is not does not know what he's doing, but just mark this broadcast. Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president because more than ever, everyone is resolved to go their different ways. You may be surprised why some things like the Boko Haram and what have you, why some of these people are becoming stronger and stronger by the day. You may be surprised that it has Western influence. It has Western influence. We could liberate ourselves from the shackles of neo-colonialism, but we cannot because we have had leaders that have when you commit a crime and the police decide to let you go, but he's using that crime you commit to control you. These are the kind of leaders we are having. Buhari, as a president, used our crude oil reserves or crude oil to borrow money up front use our crude oil reserves to borrow money up front. And this is hidden to the advice of the United Nations. And they're not going to say anything. You'll be surprised that Nigeria, that has one of the largest deposits of crude oil, is finding it difficult to get crude oil at a cheaper price, and it's not readily available to the citizens. I have something in surplus, but I don't have access to it as I'm expected to have. It becomes costly and is destroying. You have so much and you can't show anything for it. You have so much. Even what you are having, you are using it to put yourself into more debt. It is because there are powers that control. So Nigeria has lost his position as a member of the United Nations Human Rights Assembly. This is going to send a message to everybody who supports a government that infringes on the rights of the people. Imagine people going out to protest. You are charging them for treason. Imagine a DSS that can go and walk in anywhere, arrest anybody without warrant, just abuse the rights of human beings. And they have a president. Look at what is happening today. If you are going to protest or oppose the government, they will bring one or two allegations against you and start threatening you. So what do you expect? Do you think that Nigeria will have a place at the United Nations Human Rights Assembly? Look at what's happening to Biafra. Look at what is happening in Imo State, in Baino. Look at how it is becoming uneasy. Life is becoming unbearable. Youths are randomly picked, killed, and dumped somewhere else. I don't understand. People are afraid to travel to a particular place because of the Nigerian government has decided that it will not release Nnamdikanu. It will not give Nnamdikanu fair justice. It will not respect the rights, the human rights of Mazi Nnamdikanu, and all allegations, business allegations, will be slammed on Nnamdikanu so as to hold him down. I just hope that we don't have issues with the world, especially we don't get in the way of conflicts between Israel, Palestine, Israel, and the Middle East, because it seems to me that we run a Muslim society. It seems to me that we are a Muslim country. When you look at our currency, you see Arabic there. The people that have been ruling and ruling and ruling and are controlling the affairs of Nigeria, most of them have Muslim background. The Fulani, Muslims. The Arab Yorubas, Muslims. Those that are in charge, championing the affairs of Nigeria, mostly are Muslims. And at the end of the day, we are pandering towards Palestine, a terrorist country, which tells us a lot, which I will believe should be one of the reasons why we lost our position. We were there in 2020, but how would we continue when Nigeria does not respect the rights of its citizens? How would we continue when we don't value the sanctity of human life in Nigeria? Look at what's happening in the north. Look at how accusations are flying up and down that the federal government has a hand in the carnage that's happening in the north. People are being killed. Sokoto State, bandits have taken over a local government and they are imposing their whatever government on a different state. And nobody is calling for state of emergency. People are seeing bandits on TikTok doing all sort of giveaway in the territory, in Nigerian territory. I spoke about an Igbo doctor, a lady, Megafu, who was Chisom Megafu, who was being mocked because he got into a train and some people decided not to buy CCTV cameras to be able to monitor the environment that train is going to pass. She got into that place, she was ambushed and killed, and Nigerians were mocking at her death. Nigerians were mocking. This is one of the reasons why Nigeria cannot be a place that respects human rights. Now, if you get to a point whereby you are hitting the government very, very hard, they will come for you because this is not the place. This is not a real place. It's a place of tyranny. Most people use the opportunity, run away from Nigeria and say they are seeking asylum because you can't help it. You need to seek asylum because the government itself does not respect the fundamental human rights of its citizens. Not if you talk of it has provided one of the core responsibilities of the government, which is shelter, which is security, freedom. Nothing has been provided by this government. An average Nigerian provides everything that he needs. An average person, we provide our water, provide our security, we provide we take care of our health. Nothing in particular. The little one we are having subsidy on something that the country has in surplus. Subsidy has been taken away because some past leaders decided to loot the money and speak baby grammar and lie to us, while some people uploaded that lie to make it look like truth. At the end of the day, there's nothing they did after lying to us. They stole all the money and they took it away. Tinubu, respecting the sanctity of human life, cannot probe or try a Buhari who has plunged this nation into deep mess, but they are belonging to a certain confraternity whereby they are.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. It's another edition of Politics on the Streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Yesterday, the governor of Nnamdi, Charles Soludo, has come out to say that Simon Ekpa is using the Biafra struggle for his own personal gain. Mazi, are you of that view too? And how can you react to this, sir?
I am Mr. Para, the new Ogo. You see, any governor in Biafra land, southeast, or so-called Igbos, as people will not call us the name of our nation again. They will call us the name of our tribe. Fine, all of us, we are one. If any of them, those Nigerian governors, come up there, come and say, Simon Ekpa is using Biafra agitation for his own personal gain. I want to ask them, whosoever said it, even Soludo himself, is Simon Ekpa not eating before they joined the agitation? Is Simon Ekpa in hunger? He was ex-colonel in Finland. Only his retirement granted will continue to take care of him. He was a politician before 2 months ago or so. He quit from active politics
In Finland,
because of Biafra struggle. Now, he was a businessman. He's a businessman in Finland. He's a landlord in Finland. He has buildings in Finland. Then he's not a hungry man. Never to say you don't have to eat. Do you know, Soludo, how many people have been given scholarship? Do you know how many people, Simon Ekpa, Biafra Prime Minister, Biafra government, elected Prime Minister, do you know how many people have given scholarship? Before he joined Biafra struggle? Do you know that most of the people in Finland that are Nigerians, no matter the tribe you come, if you see a Nigerian, the time all of us think that we are one Nigeria. If you see a Nigerian man that don't have accommodation, someone will go accommodate him in some building without payment, without any rentage. Soludo, can you do it? Can any governor in Southeast, South, or Igbos do it? Can any of them do it? He will accommodate you as long as you are there, no payment, until you get money to look for your own accommodation. You said Simon Ekpa is doing it for his own benefit. Okay, you, Soludo, the one you are doing not for benefit, you are NGO. You run charitable enterprise. How many people have you helped? How many places have you come and fight for the struggle for the liberation of Biafrans? How many places have you come and said this is bad? What you are doing to my people is bad. Soludo, you that are not fighting for your own pocket. Soludo, okay, let me ask you. The governorship you contest and be a governor, is it for the general people of Anambarians, or for the whole entire Southeast? Your salary, is it not for your own pocket? Is it not that your own is not personal use. Allowances you are collecting, is it not personal use? Why do you come out now shouting? Is it not because they said there's no more security fund for the governors that we are not able to stop sit at home in their place? Is it not why make you to come out because of security fund?
Why do you say it's coming out to teacher because of all the security funds?
Yes. That's it. Immediately Ekpa said it on the Senate. All of them woke up again from their sleep. Come back to life again from their coma. Start shouting. Sit at home must surely stop. Sit at home must surely stop. Okay, so look, that is security fund or vote money you collect. Are you doing an account of it? Is it not for your boss? Security board, has it any account? Soludo and people like you, Nigerian governors in Biafra land, is it not for your people pockets? You are saying Simon Ekpa. Eh? In what way does Simon Ekpa convert it? Okay, Soludo, can you set judiciary of inquiry or set up panel of audit to come and audit Simon Ekpa, the money he used Biafra to make? All the whole funds they are donating, the lovers of Biafra, Biafra youth, Biafra men and women are donating for the liberation of Biafra. Aren't you see what he said taking it to do?
What's he taking it to do?
You're asking what taking it to do?
Is he building schools for the children? Is he building hospitals? Because
for where?
I'm asking you now because I'm not seeing.
Building hospital in Nigeria?
No, maybe you. No, maybe
now
you've seen it.
Now, that's what he's using. That's what he's using to get the lobbying for Biafra is restoration.
For how long?
That's what he used to build different mission offices or embassies all over Europe, America and Asia, even in Africa now. It will soon establish them.
Okay.
Eh?
Okay.
You cannot go and ask people who use Biafra, DOS, the money they sell out, they sell out nnamdikanu. Where is that money? So Ludo, remember, you are the architect in Judaism. I mean, Judas prism spirit in Biafra struggle. Are you not the one who take money to buy Uchemefo? Are you not the one who initiated it? Can you go and ask Uchemefo the money he collected? Where did he spend? Don't you know that Uchemefo used Biafra for his own personal gain? So Ludo used Biafra for his own personal gain. Sorry, DOS used Biafra for their own personal gain.
So even
Uchechi Chinchi, Delilah, Uchechi Chinchi, Delilah, Jezebel, Potiphar wife. Don't you see even her husband? So as he called Nnamdi her husband, he's using Nnamdi to make money. You cannot talk of that. You are going against an innocent man who is doing the right thing, criticizing him. Don't worry.
Is there right in Nigeria? Everybody want to cash out. And
Simon Ekpa is not a Nigerian.
So why?
Simon Ekpa is a fellow citizen.
But see, does he want to cash out?
Simon Ekpa don't cash out.
Okay.
It's not a scammer.
So I not calling him a scammer.
It's not a scammer.
See,
what is cash out? Is this a cashier? They are telling cash out. Is it a cashier? Which financial institution is working as a cashier? You are saying me? It's not cashier.
Maybe he's working with ExxonMobil.
Eh?
ExxonMobil.
Where is it? In Nigeria, in Finland?
It's in Nigeria.
Finland or Nigeria?
It's in Nigeria. Eket.
In Eket. Okay. Someone will come in spirit and work in Eket in Akwa Ibom. You people are trying. Even you, but the rest people are trying. So, Soludo, what do you are telling to that side? You know people like you. We know you people, and you know yourself. Go there and use the blood of your girlfriend to make money in the name of one Nigeria. But remember, one day, come with her. Wisdom will be justified by her children.
Thank you so much for that wonderful submission, Mazi Kokunde.